Hello, it's Derek, aka Darathis, aka the Film Classic Virgin. Uh, got so excited about doing the videos for Skinslip Scavenger Hunt, and I totally missed the actual main point of getting the entry in, showing all the videos that I'm going to be reviewing. So completely boneheaded mistake for me, but here we go. Thankfully, Skinslip let me know ahead of time. So we have 10 movies that we have to include on our the scavenger hunt. And to start with, I'm going to go through the categories, and I'm going to show each movie that I'm going to do for that. So first off, we have a film with a number in the title, which I've already done my review of Two Men in Town, and in more detail for that in the other video. Second, we have a movie with a color in the title. And again, second video that I did was for A Clockwork Orange. Next up, we have a film that you discovered from another YouTuber. That YouTuber that I discovered it from is Jerry Smith, who does a little show with his kids, a billionaire dad. They talk about movies. It's him and his daughter. A really cute show where they talk about different movies. He also writes for Icons of Fright, Delirium magazine, and also for Fangoria. So he knows and loves horror movies. So when he tells me, hey, you need to check out this film, you need to check out this film. So of course, the film that I did is Spring, and he let me know about it way ahead of time. So I was really excited once I had the opportunity to get a copy of it, and absolutely loved it. Definitely not your typical horror movie, but absolutely loved the overall story, the telling of it, and how it's like H.P. Lovecraft meets, Richard Linklater film. Next up, we have a film with a killer vehicle. Now, while this isn't, the vehicle isn't a killer, I think this is one of the coolest vehicle movies, and absolutely love it. And there's some killing in it, involved in it. But that movie is Sorcerer by William Friedkin. Definitely a film that not a lot of people know because it was pretty much unavailable for a long time, but it is amazing. The scenes they're driving these trucks through absolutely nail clench, your white knuckles, your buttholes clenching because you're so just nervous to see them getting through the obstacles that they get through. Amazing film, can't recommend it enough. Next up, we have favorite post-apocalypse. And while one of the favorite stuff is like Mad Max, stuff like that, absolutely love Children of Men with Clive Owen. Just love the overall aspect of how they really handle it with the apocalypse, showing how everybody is affected by no more children being born, and it's a really great look, and I think they did a great job with it. Next up is a slasher film without a franchise or a sequel. My pick for this is Decapitated, a trauma film, which it is a slasher parody. Still has some pretty great kills in it, but it is definitely a goofy ass parody. So, but with that though, again, not a lot of people know about it. There's only one out there. And definitely, if you haven't had a chance to check it out, check it out. Next up is a film by a female director. One of my favorite films of all time, American Psycho, the Mary Herron. This one put Christian Bale on the map for me. Just absolutely loved everything from, how she directed him, just overall the stylistic choices that they took, that carried over Bret Easton Ellis's story to the screen, and did it in a really riveting way. So yeah, we just absolutely love it. Now the next category is one that kind of have a little bit of contention with. It's the category of a film that's so bad that it's good. Um, I'm one of those people that I'm in the mindset that you can't have like a guilty pleasure movie. It's a movie you enjoy. There's reasons behind it, and with that, um, there's movies that a lot of people think is absolute trash that I absolutely love. But a film that I thought, it's goofy, it's campy, it's ridiculous, and it's one that I need to recheck back out again because I haven't watched it in a couple of years. But it's Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD. Um, Trauma film about a detective that ends up getting the powers of a kabuki, um, and he uses flaming chopsticks, parasols, the sushi. It's just absolutely ridiculous, but it's hilarious, and it also started the whole trend that Troma used of their repeated car wrecks that they carried over into almost all of their following movies. Um, Next up is a film where you like the soundtrack even more than the movie. Now, this one is not because I did not like the movie, but it's The Crow. It's, again, one of my favorite films. However, I love the soundtrack. Just everything about it. I absolutely love it. I had 3 copies of the soundtrack that I purchased separately. Finally, I just had to go digital with it because, I had to quit wearing them out. But just absolutely love, Stone Cold Pilots, Nine Inch Nails, The Cure, My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult, Rage Against the Machine, just so many artists that really shaped and it hit, and, right at that age where things are really pivotal for a person's development. And so that has led me to a lot of other musical choices that I've listened to. So I absolutely love and adore that soundtrack. And lastly is a film that is undervalued and or underseen, and I picked the movie Trojan War, starring Will Friedle and Jennifer Love Hewitt. One of her early roles. It's a teenage sex comedy that is absolutely hilarious. About a guy that is trying to win the girl of his dreams, played by Marley Shelton. Yes, Jennifer Love Hewitt is not the typical, who he's going for. But, a cliche, you always end up with the best friend in these movies. But it was still one of those films that I found way, back when it first came out on the video store. It was a blind rental, and it's one that I've absolutely loved ever since. And I try to have as many people see it as possible. But anywho, so those are my 10 films that I have for the Scavenger Hunt. Definitely hope you can check out some of these films, and I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. And hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks.